So today we're going to be covering the YCS Minneapolis top 32. We had 7 Tearlaments, 5 Bestial, 2 Branded, 1 Scareclaw, and 2 Sprite versions. So that ends up totaling 17 on top of 9 Sprites, 1 Adventurer, and 1 Runic, while the rest were pure, 3 Floowanderees, 1 Exorcister, 1 Bestial Dragonlink, and 1 Bestial Thunder Dragon. So I do have a selection of decks that we are going to be looking at, and let's get right into it. So first off, we have the first place list from Christopher LeBlanc, and it is Tearlament Sprite with a with 3 Fenrir, triple tactic talent, and 3 super poly, along with maining 3 Tearlament Grief. This is actually a very good card because it summons a Tearlament from your deck or graveyard. Then you send one monster you control with the same type or attribute. So what you can do, you can summon out Reno Heart, then send the Reno Heart, then summon back the Reno Heart. Or you can do that with a normal tier monster, so it works out quite well. Now, any other techs that I wanted to cover? Nightmare Corruptor Ibli. Very, very powerful card. They can summon off of Gigantic Sprite, so you can link this and Sprite away to summon out Sprite Elf and give your opponent this, so they have to suffer a little if they're playing something like Tearlaments, because they need to fusion summon. Other than that, this is a really, really good deck, and he's on triple Druidworm, triple Magnamut, and one of these Sarnoir. So DD Crow is now completely not relevant because of these 3 being in the game, and also setting 2 heartbeats while maining 1, because that is a Mystic Mine out. Other than that, his list looks very, very great. Next up, we have Michael Tamaz's second place Floowanderees list, and we saw that he dropped D-Shifter turn 1 against LeBlanc, but ended up going to 0-2 and losing. But this is as much as you'd expect Floowanderees would be now, being a lot of Pot of Prosperity targets, along with just many other things. He's setting the Feather Storms, Trap Trick, and Perm, and the One-Pointer, along with maining Evenly Matched Lightning Storm, Mystic Mine, and having a set rotation just to get to that Mystic Mine faster. Or his Advent calendar being the map. Overall, it's just a standard Floowanderees list with a few nice tech options I really do enjoy. Then we have Marcus Hayden's top 4 list, and this is pure Sprite with a Lava Golem, or no, Runic Sprite, I mean. And this is definitely a list. You can see a small Sprite package in here. It's really just a small Sprite package compared to the Runic package that's here. Triple Lava Golem, double Imperial, 1 Cap Shell, and 1 Wind Up Kitten. And we don't know 3 of the extra deck monsters or extra deck cards. Probably we might know if we... It's probably a new card, but I'm not too sure. Outside of that, let's get into like the little tech options we see. So Wind Up Kitten is a very good card and definitely worth the pickup if it gets reprinted here soon. Other cards would be some like Mannequin Cat to summon out the Testudo Rat Numen, because this is actually a very good card. Neither player can special summon monsters with 1800 more attack. We have Thunder King Ryo and Chaos Hunter. Other than that, it really looks a very solid list. Fountain, with 2 Fountain, being able to shuffle back all your quick play spells and getting +3 every turn is very, very strong. And many other things as well. Lava Gold was really, really popular for this event. Afterwards, we have Danger Tearlament, and we see Knight Sword Serpent. It actually has a top. I'm happy to see this getting a top. This card is very, very useful, as if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, no matter what, It's just a free body, and it's a water, so it helps you go into Bahamut Shark or Abyss Dweller. So it's just another attribute. Another thing I've been seeing a lot of people play is Underworld Goddess. The card's super good, and as we can see in the tier side deck, triple Evenly, triple Skill Drain, triple Mystic Mine, and 1 Skull marked Ladybug. But with a small danger package of 6, and they're running the 1 Heartbeat and 3 Scream. I'm surprised not many are on Grief. Triple Dark Rule and No More in the main, very, very, very big. Triple Super Polymerization as well. And we see the Bahamut Shark with the Toad. We did see a few totally awesomes this weekend, but overall, I'm really happy. Next up, we have Bestial Tearlaments. This is a deck that I've been waiting to see. Now, Bestial Tearlament is one of those decks that, when I was reading the feature match for Top 32, it was very cool because the person had... they used Polymerization to summon out Guardian Chimera. And let me grab the quote. Neil played, and this is also Dennis Natus, and there was a player, another one of the tier Bestial players, or pure tier. They fuse Shiren, Keeper of the Dragon Magic, and Lava Golem for Guardian Chimera. And as we can see in this, there isn't really much that I want to talk about in this list. King of the Swamp is a very good, another name for your Reno Heart. You could also throw in something like a Lubellion or Albion, more likely Albion, just so you could have another fusion summon, but they didn't choose to because the extra deck space is super tight. But we do see the 5 Bestial package, along with the Albion for the High Spirits, and the Red Cartesia, Blazing Cartesia, because the card's super powerful in this version. Now, as I see in the side deck, there is a Volcanic Scattershot, because that's just burned for 500. Time rules, people are playing anything that they can. Other than that, we see the King... With King of Swamp, it's very useful because you could summon out things like Rulukalos, or even Reno Heart if you need it, and it just cycles itself back because it's an Aqua as well, with all the tier monsters, and it just has so much synergy in it that I really like it. And the 1 Guardian Chimera in here is very, very cool. Let me see if Neil has his list in here. Does not. So that's one thing to definitely look out for. Next up, we have 45 card from David Erpin, and it is Thunder Dragon Danger Bestial Dragon Link. So it is Thunder Dragons finally has a top after nearly 3 years, or yeah, almost 3 years. Finally has a top, and it's just expected what you think. You have pretty much the exact same Thunder Dragon lineup, being 3 Thunder Dragon, cool. But this time we only have 1 Roar, 1 Dragonhawk, and 1 Dark. This list is definitely amazing because it's nice to see older decks like this get a top without one of their main boss monsters. They're not even running Titan either. There might be another person that was in the top 32, but this deck is 100% pretty cool. Oh, Chaos Daedalus, 3 of them in the side, along with 3 Kurikara Divine Carnation. That's pretty cool. Herod King of Autumn is there because you can easily make it with the Bestial monsters, along with just summoning out Omni Dragon Brotar. It's just LP, but it can't summon from hand. This card is just old school LP. And then we also have Pisty here, just chilling. And yes, Saryuja, a Gave Dragon because time. You have Trishula there because it's good. And I can't complain about this. They're running the rebranded or regained and branded beast. So it's 10 out of 10. And finally we have Sun Avalon, or why is it called? Oh, Salvation Tearlament. This is a list that's running 1 Emerald Tortoise, 1 Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, and 1 high rate draw. So if you guys don't know what high rate draw is, destroy 2 or more monsters you control, and if you do, draw 1 card for every 2 monsters destroyed. During your opponent's main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, target 1 monster you control, destroy it. And if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's deck thinning, and it could trigger your tier effects because it's not destroying by cost. The only thing that is cost in this effect is target 1 monster you control. That's the only cost in this whole card. This is also ran in the OCG because if you mill it, you could just reset it and you get advantage off of it, which is very super powerful. I really like to see it. Rainbow Bridge of Salvation and Emerald Tortoise is here because it's a generic, just an engine. If there are 2 more or monsters among the level 10 or higher monsters on the field, that does not matter. The only one that matters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Crystal Beast monster, and 1 field spell from your deck to your hand. It just says 1 field spell. So the card's super good. And you just have to run it with Foolish Burial Goods and other things with Foolish Burial Goods. You have Tearlaments Scream. And let's see, in the oh god, in the side deck we have Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood for time, Red Resonator for time, Skill Drain, and Evenly Matched. And Ghost Reaper as well. Then we also have DD Crow. But these have been some of the lists from Minneapolis, and I really love this. Overall, this was one of the best events to watch, and I really enjoyed every moment of it. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy, and see you guys in the next video.